So it's dum, 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 dum. And yes, and that's what you do. You learn the techniques, you learn the various techniques, and then you just use them and they become natural to you because your mind and your hands are working together, and that's what the practicing is all about. Shut the fuck up, you boring old man. Ugh. Today, we're going to go over the beginning of boom, boom, boom. And I learned something already today. So when he does this, this is an E, E, G, A, E, and then you can go G, A, E, da, 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 da. He's playing it, so he plays an A note, but you can play the A chord. Do, 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 do. So you play do, do, do. So let's go. So let's just get the first part down. So you take your middle finger and you slide from the second fret on the third string to the fourth fret. Then you put your index finger down on the third fret second string. Then third open, fourth open, second, da 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 da. There you go, da 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 da. Then he plays E, G, A, G, E, E, G, A, G, E, E, G, A, G, E. And you can play, when you're playing the G chord, the second, third, and fourth strings are open. So you don't have to play the chord, you can play do, 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 G, A, G, E. And you don't have to play the G chord, you just play the second and third strings. I'm using my three fingers. Do, 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 do. And of course, so, and then he also goes. So, now I have to go home. Conley Hooker, of course, is just wonderful and a complete, sort of, he just would just go crazy and do whatever he wants. And so he comes up here, so this is an E chord also on the 9th fret. You just take the A shape, and you make it on the 9th fret. So he would come up and go. you can just, you don't have to play the chord. You can go do, do, A, E, A, G, E. Whoops. And then he goes, and he goes, you know, I said, shoot you right down. I don't know how to do this, but essentially what he's doing is he's playing the E blues scale. So very nice. So what I'm doing here, I am pinching the low string. I'm playing the E string. And when I play the A chord, I just take these three fingers and I just pluck the second, third, and fourth. And then to play the E chord, I do the same thing. I mean, the G chord is the same thing because the G chord are those notes open. G, A, G, A, E, G, A, G, E. And I'm, you know, and honestly, yes, take all of the different techniques that you know. Do, 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 do. So it's dum, 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 dum. And yes, and that's what you do. You take all, you learn the techniques, you learn the various techniques, and then you just use them, and they become natural to you because your mind and your hands are working together, and that's what the practicing is all about. Shut the fuck up, you boring old man. Ugh. The fact that when you listen to Smokestack Lightning, you hear what's going on in Boom 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 makes all the sense in the world, because they were playing the blues, they knew each other, they were, you know, yeah, they were just, yeah, that it's the same stuff. That's what it is, and that's what's the beauty of it for me, because then I don't have to learn anything. All I have to do is do the E chords. Should throw that in. So da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Baby, please don't go. I should try to play it properly, though. So the deal is that it's the blues scale. And, you know, baby, please don't go. They're all basically the same, but it's, you know, I guess you would call it's the way that you compose it that makes it different. The way that you mix it together, the techniques, the scale, the notes, etc. The notes and the techniques are the same, but how you put them together is what makes the difference in the different songs. You know, the notes are the same, but the songs are definitely not. Tell you something, and I could tell the whole fucking world. The camera, of course, ran out of space just as I was about to give the most important information that I ever could give. That's what I think the universe was trying to tell me not to say this. But in order to get better at what you're doing, slow down. Teach yourself and force yourself to slow down. it's easier to do when you play it slowly. Play it slowly, then play it fast. And in order to, properly practice and learn it as quickly as you can, slow down. Talking to a music teacher in the sauna the other day, and we were talking about music theory, which of course makes my mouth foam. But what he pointed out is that music theory is essentially just taking what we hear and what sounds good to us. For instance, this sounds good to us. This doesn't. So what humans did was they took the sounds, they broke it up into the parts that sounded good to them. Then they took the parts within the scales that went together, and they made. So the theory actually comes from the sounds, and yes, the scales are exactly what we're talking about.